I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black. Tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found serenity.
Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to the Drunk Nerds Podcast. I am your host for this week, the Jack of Hearts, and to my proverbial left side of the ring is the man.
We've already used that joke.
Also known as
we can't use it. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? One of my co-hosts, Gingerboy. How you been doing, Gingy?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'll pause my music now. So I'm listening to R. Kelly Ignition remix again. Sorry. Turn that off. Alright, you now have my full attention. What is this now? The Firefly-Nerds podcast? Is that what it is? Are we talking about Firefly again? I'm down for that. Let's do it.
Little inside joke for the friggin' audience and stuff that's listening right now. I think Knuckles or somebody had just typed in on our little Google Docs note, instead of Drunk Nerds, it's Firefly-Nerds podcast episode 7.
Man.
That was me. I'm watching Firefly again.
You heard it here, folks. Gingerboy takes all credit for that.
Episode 7, is that the one where they break into the hospital? Oh,
yes, it is. Yes, I'm at episode. I just finished 6. That's the next one.
Nice.
It's just a good show. I don't know why I watch it, because every time I watch a show, like in the movie,
yeah,
I'm just like I feel like, you know that when we watch a movie, you see the joke on Facebook, like you feel like your life is meaningless, like the next 24 hours. That's how I feel. Like the next 6 weeks after I finish watching Firefly, is like, what's the point anymore? You know, there's no more. There's no more. No more. There's no Serenity.
My least favorite.
There's not going to be a Serenity.
My least favorite episode is probably the one with God, what was that? Where they go through where they're about to go through the EMP. It was like the electromagnetic net or whatever they had.
Oh, okay. I mean, my least favorite is the train job one.
I actually like that.
The second episode, which is actually... the funny thing is, like, one of the problems with that show was the fact that Fox aired that episode first, and that's technically the second episode, so when they introduced everybody to all these characters that were already established, you know, in episode 1, but they aired episode 2 before 1, so, like, that was one of the main issues. So if you started watching from when it originally aired...
No, see, I'll start... First time I watched it was when it was on Netflix, so...
Mm-hmm. I watched it for the first time 2 years ago.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have never personally watched Firefly, but I always constantly...
He's off the show.
But I constantly see it at Walmart for about $15. Yeah.
You have Netflix.
Alright, so we're looking for a new co-host, guys. So
why the fuck you watch it for free? Because that and Serenity's on there.
Yeah. I will give you my password, and you can watch Firefly.
No, that's fine. I got Netflix and stuff. I just haven't sat down to watch it.
Then, alright, quit recording. It'll be just me and Knuckles this episode. And you just, we'll talk to you tomorrow when you're finished with the show. So you're only 14 episodes of the movie.
They're 45 minutes except for the first episode, which is an hour and 20 minutes.
Holy shit, that's like a Twin Peaks episode right there.
Well,
that's at the length of an actual Twin Peaks
episode. They get thrown in, so it was a 2-part episode. But it being 2 parts is also really good.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. No, I just want to fuck this show. Let's go. No, guys, we'll record. It's going to be a 5-minute episode this week. We're going to go watch Firefly, guys. That's what we'll do. We're just going to do a Firefly podcast. F it. I'm okay with that. I can stretch this out to 6 years.
Welcome where I cannot stand.
A ship can bring you work. A gun will help you keep it. Oh, such a good show! Oh, man. I want to watch it now.
All right. Anyway, Knuckles, how have you been, dude?
I was alright till we started talking about Firefly. And
Are you sad again? Every time I talk about Firefly with somebody, I just get depressed. I'm serious. It's not good. It's not healthy. Like how Firefly makes me feel.
Well, anyway, sorry about that little interruption. No,
we're just gonna edit that out.
Yeah, the reason why I just had to step out for a minute is just because my father freaking starts talking to me outside my door, right? And he had to inform me that there's all sorts of freaking shark movies and stuff like that on freaking sci-fi.
We need to talk about Sharknado.
Dude, I have not even.
To watch it.
I want to watch that. It's supposed to be on tonight too.
It's on my DB. It's been on my DVR since premiere a month ago, and I've yet to watch it. I'll watch it this week. I'll watch it this week, and then we can talk about it next week.
Yes, that sounds like a perfect idea.
And you need a red light, when you on the outside of your door, so that you know when you're recording.
Yeah. I just beat the crap out of my parents and my sister, and I tie them up and just duct tape their mouth shut for 2 hours.
I'll say
every
for me,
Saturday night.
I have that red light, so no one's allowed in while I'm recording.
Oh no, they're right next to me right now. I mean, they're struggling. Shut up. The sandwich is right there. Yeah, see, they're in here, but they're just they can't talk or move. Or I think my dad still might be conscious, but I don't know. He'll be fine.
Yeah, see, after it's the best thing to be tied up is to be tied up. So.
No, my dad had the seizure. He broke his leg. My mom had the seizure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, she's fine.
Now we're going into this conversation.
A little bit of foam coming out of the mouth. She's fine.
Okay, your role is to keep us on track, okay? So.
Yeah, I'm destroying the show. I'm sorry. Firefly and kidnapping my parents.
Anyway, let's go to what we've been playing and stuff. Hey, Gingerboy, you want to start us off?
No.
Tell us about a little bit of Metro Last Light.
Start us off.
I should start us off?
Yeah, start us off.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Tell us what's going on with your Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Well, funny story with Animal Crossing and stuff. I got to that point where I've just hit the roadblock. It's like, you know what? I've played so much of this game that I am really starving to play other stuff. So pretty much I'm close to about 50-hour mark. Just doing the stuff that I said I was doing a few weeks ago. And I got really to start to crave to play something else. So after Knuckles and I earlier on in the week started doing a co-op thing for Saints Row the Third, I decided just to go forth and just play a lot of the mission things for Saints Row the Third. And oh my God, I love that friggin' game. I'll tell you what.
Welcome to 2011.
Yeah. Well, you know what? 2011, 2013, I still played through the damn game, and my God, it's just there's just so many fun and memorable missions and memorable moments and stuff like that. There's this character.
Reynolds.
Burt friggin' Reynolds. I know Burt Reynolds, the friggin' mayor of of the city and stuff. You can actually call him in as one of the homies and stuff like that to help you in battle. No, but there's this one character and stuff like that oh man, that speaks with type of synthesizer type of like voice. Zemos. I forget his name.
Shizer type?
His name is Zemos. And it's
Zemos.
Auto-tune.
That's who it is. It's auto-tune thing, yeah. He has this he's a pimp. He's dressed in purple. He has this auto-tune type of golden microphone thing to his neck. And every time he says something, it's always auto-tuned. And it's just so hilarious and stuff like na 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 na. Yeah, my bad impression.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But
you can't auto-tune yourself?
Fun fact, what is it? Volition tried to before the voice for your character was going to be auto-tuned, but they took it away.
Yeah,
they gave Zemos more character.
Actually, that's probably was a better decision from that part. Because you'd be like a stereotypical pimp otherwise,
Yeah, I agree. Those were probably my favorite parts of the game. Was everything with Zemos. So that was
I hated the shit with Angel.
Oh, you hated the whole shit with Angel?
That's the thing. I hate Hulk Hogan.
Really?
That part was, I really enjoyed that part.
So did I.
The luchadors and stuff. My other favorite part probably would be like the Tron level.
The Tron
You're
randomly in the toilet.
Oh, the whole freaking Tron level and stuff where you tried to take out like that the freaking gang leader and stuff for that, and it's all like virtual and shit.
Yeah. Have you ever dressed up as a toilet in the real world?
No.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious.
Is it just like a freaking toilet and stuff with a gun?
I once dressed up like the dude from Big Lebowski and walked around downtown. That was fun.
Oh man, though. Let me tell you, the first time I'm in that virtual world and stuff, and all of a sudden I just see the freaking outline of a goddamn toilet as my NPC, I'm like, oh man. I was highly expecting that they was just gonna go shoot turds out of the damn toilet.
Oh, why didn't they do that? That sounds awesome.
They should have done something like that.
A brown plasma burst come out. God, that would be hilarious. And then, like, your special move, like your Y move, where the toilet lid comes off, and you just see, like, a rush of, like, brown diarrhea. It's like, and your special is called the Upper Decker. And...
You ever done that before?
Yeah, I'm not a dick, though. But, which would be kind of cool because the enemies in that gang was called the Deckers.
Yeah. So do an Upper Decker on the Decker. Oh, that would be classic. Oh, well, you know what? Speaking a little bit about like some of the missions that you didn't like, Jacob, and stuff like that. Some of the things with Angel and stuff. I mean, I got to admit though, there were some missions which were really kind of like really funny.
I like
to tell the honest truth.
Wasn't he the one that had that RC car that you piloted from the helicopter and that blew up on impact?
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh man, I gotta really think back on that. I don't think it was Angel. I think it was somebody else. But
oh well.
No, Angel. The mission I'm thinking about exactly is when you have to try to build up your courage to face off against that luchador dude. And basically, what happens is you have to escort this tiger around the town inside their passenger seats. Spoiler.
Yeah, I remember that. That's pretty funny.
That's fucking funny. It's like you have to freaking drift like a certain amount of like time and stuff just to calm the tiger down. And meanwhile, your NPC is like, oh, hey, you know what? It's like, hey, you know what? Angels is right. This is kind of invigorating.
Oh, that's a great game. I can't wait till less than a month away till Saints Row the 4th.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Well, anyway, one more thing about Saints Row.
You actually paid
exactly.
$100 for that?
I haven't paid for it yet. No, I haven't pre-ordered through Amazon. I haven't paid for it yet.
Oh, man.
If I can't afford it, I can just go down to the regular edition, but I haven't pre-ordered just in case.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
I kind of want the $180 version of GTA 5.
What? Oh, is that the one we were talking about?
That fucking huge blend
on the show that no one ever heard about?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't have any place to put that, so...
No, thank you. We should have bought was a $1,200 Resident Evil 6 Special Edition one. It came with the Leon leather jacket.
Oh, dude, I want the fucking leather jacket.
Oh, jeez.
I know, right? Yeah. Apparently, I think it only got released in Japan, though. But I'm sure people...
It's funny, Resident Evil 5 came with the Leon jacket.
Yeah.
No, it was 6.
Oh, fuck it. I'm not even going to pay $1,200. I was pissed off that I paid $60 for 6.
Yeah. You and about everybody else that paid money at all for that game.
Yeah, but just imagine.
It's funny, my buddy, actually, he was a friend of mine that we were talking about a few weeks ago. He's like the huge. He's a huge Resident Evil fan. He played every single Resident Evil that's come out since the first one, and he said he bought it. He played through the Leon campaign. Started what's the main bad guy from the first 5? Jake. He played as Jake.
He's not the bad guy. He's the son of Wesker.
Oh man,
No,
Wesker.
that's what I mean. I can't remember.
Albert Wesker.
Wesker, yeah, thank you. The son of Wesker, Jake.
Yeah.
Like, he played the first two
as
missions.
me,
He went up and sold
aka
it, like...
the one.
Yeah.
Jake knows Kung Fu.
But he went up and sold it. He went up and sold it probably about a month later after it came out, and he got like $2 for it.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Because it was already because it dropped down to like $30, and they had so many used copies.
Yeah,
so we went to sell
I went
it,
to Best Buy and
and
the same things. Like, it was probably like 2 weeks after it came out or something. And I was like,
oh my god.
I bought the Walmart brand because it was like the Walmart where I worked at. It's like, oh god damn it, it has the Walmart special edition thing in the corner. And you can't get rid of it just because it was printed on the case.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's like, don't...
What did it come with? What
stickers.
did it come with? Oh, that's...
And like, I took it to Best Buy and to trade it in. And I was like, yeah, we don't have this SKU. What are you kidding me? It's Resident Evil 6. It's like, you don't have this Resident Evil 6 anywhere? And it's like, yeah, we're going to have to give you $2 for it.
Yeah. Oh my god!
And that was with
that's
the
the reason,
fucking
that's why
Best Buy. No,
stickers.
No, that was with the Best Buy double points thing or whatever the gamer program that they had that allows you to get double the trade value.
That is such a rip-off, though, man. I mean, I've never heard about it.
Because the problem...
sorry
the thing is, a lot of like GameStops and stuff, and like the store. I used to work for another game place that was like GameStop. That's like local here in Iowa. And what we would have games that had been out for like, only a few weeks, but they weren't very good games, or like they were popular games. Like they had a lot of build up to them. And what was that?
Yeah.
Two Human. That came out. That was a pretty popular game. I remember it sold pretty well, like when it first came out. We had about 6 or 7 used copies within like the first week and a half. And normally, like the max value they give was like $35 for like a brand new game.
Yeah.
With store credit. And we were only giving out like $10, $15 for a game about 2 weeks because we had like 8 or 9 used copies of it.
Oh my god!
Like, for 2 weeks, because that's the problem is they based. I mean, obviously they're not going to keep buying in 30 copies of Resident Evil 6.
Of course not.
Used copies of the game for $30 a piece. So I understand it, but it does. That's the only reason I still have it. Is because I was going to sell it too, and I talked to him about it, and he's like, yeah, I only got like $2 for it. I'm like, I'll just keep it for $2. I've actually like a couple months ago, like I kind of talked myself into like it wasn't that bad.
Oh, so you're having to psych yourself.
So you're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, it wasn't like I was sitting there like
Chris was
like, it wasn't that terrible.
Bad. Jake was Leon was good.
Yeah,
but
I finished. Leon was pretty good. It was okay. But then I beat Leon and I beat Jake's for the first couple weeks after it came out, and I just quit playing it. And I'm like,
Jake, all I did was want to use Kung Fu against the zombies, or in the infected or whatever. And it's when they were shooting at you, it was like, what the fuck? You're not Neo. What the hell? It's like, I'm supposed to be Wesker with his abilities, yet I go down in 2 hits? What the fuck?
What's stupid is like about the Resident Evil 6 is they want to make it Gears of War, but they want like the Gears of War game style, but they want the enemies to be exactly the same as they were in the other games. Where they take like 60 shots to kill a guy, but there's only you have very limited ammo. And then, like, there's 8 or 9 of them at a time. So that
was the problem I had when I was playing as fucking Chris, though.
That's what I did. Because I beat Jake and Leon when it first came out. And I went back and started playing as Chris. Like, this is, like, probably in May or June. And I played the first 2 chapters. I'm like, no, this is garbage. Like, this is awful. Like, because I've beaten every single, I've beaten all 6 of the main story ones. And that's the only reason, I kind of want to go back and play it, is so I can, say, I beat the first 5. And that's the only reason why I still have it, really. In fact, it's not worth any money, too. But that's why I still have it, because I want to beat it and say, and continue the story on, so when 7 goes on, I can still actually understand the ridiculous story that is Resident Evil. Even though it doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's
I think you're making pretty decent sense.
The whole point of Resident Evil is a company is trying to produce bioweapons. And with each iteration of it,
they've gone so far away from that.
With each iteration of it is like the bioweapons are changing. So.
Yeah, well, what's really stupid is like now they're stealing stuff from the movies, and like they're adding things from the movies into the game.
Burn into a special pit.
Yeah, and those movies are awful. Like there is no like if I was the Resident Evil game developers, I would want to get as far away from those abortions of movies as far so the last Resident Evil movie I watched I have never been so angry in my entire life. Like watching a movie. Like, it was so infuriating. Like, it's a 20-minute movie, but it's in slow motion so much that it's like 2 hours long.
Oh, which one was it? Which one did you watch?
No, there was a scene where Alan...
It was the
last one that came out. I can't remember what it's called, but like... Is that one? Yeah, the one where they're like underground and like they're like Russia.
They're like Japan and then went to Russia, then they're in like New York or some shit like that.
This one, they're in like I remember they're fighting on ice at the end, but no, it's like there was a stupid scene where like Alice is just running down like a long hallway and not actually really doing anything, and it was in slow motion. I'm like, why the fuck is this in slow motion? There is no reason why this is in slow. It's in bullet time, and all she's doing is running. She is running, and it's
thanks for stealing my tweet, Jack.
This is stupid.
What?
You seriously copied and pasted my tweet into your feed, and then you put it out.
I did not copy and paste.
Oh, drama.
I freaking just typed it out. No, seriously. It's like, what? I posted my tweet a minute ago?
I still can't retweet your tweets.
Mine like 50 seconds. It was like 1 minute ago now. It's like 1 minute, 1 minute. My tweet is above yours.
Yeah, your tweet's above mine, but mine was first.
No, your tweet is above mine. Mine's under yours, so mine was first. There we go. And this is just a diversion to get away from the Resident Evil talk.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh my god, that is too funny.
So about Firefly, guys.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Talk.
I'm still, let's do this because you guys know how much.
All right, I'm still in the show. I'm still
so angry.
Jack, Gingerboy, what have you been playing?
1 second. I'm typing. You talk.
Take my land.
Well, I'll just give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds to finish this tweet, and then I'll edit this out, and then we can continue talking.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-ya.
I might just leave this in now.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay, now here's a tangent I want to get on. I want to get on a tangent real quick. I was having a conversation with a couple people at work yesterday.
Yeah.
I was listening to Elton John. I'm sorry, Sir Elton John. Burn out my fumes out here. Alone. Anyways, so I was listening to Sir Elton at work, and everybody was annoyed because they don't understand what good music is. And,
Nicki Minaj and Kanye West are good music.
It's not about bitches and hoes and fat stacks, so it's not good music. So I was listening to it, and Saturday Night's All Right for a Fight came on.
Yeah.
And that's one of my all-time favorite songs. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, it's Sir Elton. I'm like, they're like, Elton John's gay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
okay.
He is gay. What's your point?
No,
He still doesn't have the shit you listen to.
First off, he is. First off,
that's a good one, Douglas.
He is gay, yes. And second, it is pronounced Sir Elton. It is Sir Elton John. You only pronounce, when you're talking about Sir Elton John, you say Sir Elton John. It is Sir freaking Elton John. That bugs the crap out of me. Treat him with respect. He's a freaking genius. I went and saw him in concert, and it was amazing.
Really?
Thank you.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Also, fun fact, my first concert ever. Here's something you guys can rip on me for.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not going to rip on you.
I accept it.
If it's about Elton John, I'm not going to rip on you.
No, because this was I went and saw him 2 years ago. No, this was 7. My first concert I ever went to in my entire life.
Yeah.
in sync. That's the reaction I was expecting.
We're all just in silence.
I know what it is. God damn, that's horrible. Please tell me something that could actually improve your cred.
The Ginger Boy.
Please.
Nope, that is indeed true.
Did you at least have a girl with you?
My first concert I went to, my cousin was there, and she was a girl. I was 7.
Okay, well
he was 7 for Christ's sakes. I mean,
my aunt and uncle were there.
Alright, that's understandable. You were forced to go with them.
Well, did you enjoy
it?
I
wasn't forced to go with them.
Yes, I was.
Well, 7.
You got in trouble. You broke a vase or something.
Also,
and like you're going to the Cincy concert with your cousin.
No.
To be fair, I think TLC and Britney Spears were there.
So. Oh, hey, TLC. Yeah, I can see that.
Something about waterfalls. I don't remember.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, okay?
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. All right. Now I derailed the show for the 18th time in less than 30 minutes. Let's go on with the show.
Right.
Well, all right, Ginger Boy. What you been playing, man?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Talking to me? To me? Okay. Okay, cool. I have actually been playing a fairly new game, Metro Last Light.
Okay.
Have you gentlemen heard of it?
I have.
All right. So if you guys don't remember talking to you guys on the show and the listeners, I played Metro 2033. I believe I talked about it in the first episode.
Did we? Did that episode get released?
I'll admit. Yeah, no, the first one that got messed up, and I talked about it on this other one we actually did that did release. But so a lot of my complaints about the first one and my likes about the first one are going to kind of go with this game, because I feel like they didn't change much as far as the gameplay goes.
Yeah.
I will admit the shooting is a lot better. I said in Metro 2033 that my complaint people complain a lot in the reviews was that the shooting was bad, that you pointed right at the enemies but didn't hit them. But the game was built like that, I believe, on purpose, because the weapons you were using were garbage. It was just built in the tunnels. They weren't using the actual new weapons. They're using ones that they just put together or they're 20 years
weapons. Old. Okay.
And in this one, makeshift weapons. In this one, they actually improve the shooting, so it's a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like everything. I've been FY, I've been playing that too. So I was like I feel like every time I got aimed at the person at the head, I got the headshot.
Yeah. So they definitely did. I think they didn't realize that the guys that made it, Deep Silver, didn't realize that would be a big issue. Maybe they hope more people would understand why the aiming was so crappy in Metro 2033. But maybe they realized that it's better just to make it, instead of trying to be more realistic,
instead of being a post-apocalyptic military shooter, you're set in the 20 years in the future. We're gonna we're gonna put it into Call of Duty into the apocalypse. So
essentially, which I understand that's something that needed to be done. I mean, because I think that was one of the main issues with people. One of the main issues I found, I remember with the game when it came out, was people complain a lot about the shooting. So this game, you play as the same guy, Artyom, as in Metro 23. It's a year later. This game it's actually still based off the sequel to the book, Metro 2034. And it was initially called Metro 2034, and they changed it to Last Light. Not sure why. But I still have the same complaints where I don't understand the story so much as far as with the psychic abilities, with the dark ones, the people that were mutated. So basically, let me back up here. So what happened was a nuclear war broke out in 2013, like World War III or something. And Russia got nuked, and I'm not sure if the whole world's like this or if it's just Russia, but basically everybody had to go underground to the metro and to subway stations and like that.
From what I can tell, the whole world's like that, just because they talk about the Nazis are there and.
Yeah, so what my issue is with the story is pretty solid. I don't with the human aspect is fine. The dark ones, so basically the people a lot of people eventually turned into these weird creatures because of the
radiation,
all the radiation poisoning. Thank you, radiation and everything. So and they turn into creatures, and these weird enemies called the dark ones. in the first one, and I'm gonna spoil this. So the first one, the ending, the spoil of the ending of the first one. So the ending of the first one. I hope you don't mind, Knuckles, do you?
5-6 years.
Yeah, and you're playing the second one anyway. So at the end of the first one, you drop missiles on Russia and destroy all the Dark Ones, and our team actually has like a psychic connection with the Dark Ones, but they don't really explain in the first one. Like, you know what it is, but they don't really talk about it or explain why it matters at all. So I feel like, because it's based off a book, these Metro games are.
Fun fact.
They don't really explain.
Fun fact about it being based off a book.
What?
If you're in Metro Last Light, if you're in the little Russian camp, there's a table that has Metro 2032, Metro 2033, and Metro 2030. No, it's 33, 34,
no,
and
it's
35.
33, 34, 35.
Yeah, the books are laying on the table,
pretty much.
And the game is based off of the books that were released in Russia, and hopefully the U.S. will get their copy soon.
Yeah, so what I had to do is I was confused about the Dark One stuff, like where it's like they don't explain, like, so the point of the Metro Last Light is they find out there's still like one more. They find a Dark One out on the surface, and basically the main point of the game is our team's gonna catch it, and the people he's with, so the people he's with, like, they want him to kill it so they can get rid of the Dark Ones, which they're trying to kill him. So I understand why you want to destroy all the Dark Ones, but there's only one. Why does it matter? I don't understand why it matters. He's still alive.
I think they're like able to repopulate. They can be easily repopulated, but
okay. But
what I didn't understand,
that's my main issue is
that
I feel like
experiment on it.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying. Like, you know, that's kind of one of the other guys were saying.
Yeah, that he got fucking called a traitor and was.
Yeah, they want to kill him, but so what I had to do actually, because they don't really explain, like, they don't really go in depth with the story. It's very vague what they talk about. So I actually kind of did some like research, not a lot, a little bit of research on the Metro universe. And so, like, I didn't understand why there's Nazis. In the first one, I was confused why. So in the Metro tunnels, they broke up into 3 groups. There's the Red Line, which is like the communist group.
Soviet Russia.
There's
you are the Red Line.
Soviet Russia, yeah. And then there's our team's group. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what they're called. They're the Rangers, like the top they're like the top soldiers, basically. But then they protect everybody else. Yeah, they're basically more democratic kind of thing.
They're the U.S.
And then there's the
Nazis.
I didn't understand. Basically, yeah. So then there's the Nazis. I didn't understand why would they just turn to Nazis? Like a bunch of them turn to Nazis all of a sudden. So I looked it up, and basically in the Metro universe, Nazi Germany still exists, and that's what actually Nazi Germany bomb is the one that nuked Russia. So. In this game, the Nazi Germans are the kind of like the main, at least in the beginning, those they're the main enemies. Then you go through like a camp with a bunch of them in there, and like they still have the concentration camps and everything like that. And pretty much what's going on is these 3 groups.
That concentration camp scene was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Weird and like what
so basically what's going on is these 3.
What was that?
Like they every day.
I was just saying.
Morning. So what's?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just saying, like, weird in what type of a way, Knuckles?
It's just like.
Well, like.
I don't remember.
You go ahead, Knuckles.
I played it last night and I've been drinking, so.
Oh.
Well, okay. Like pretty much every day, what they do is that they measure, like they capture a couple like red line people, and you got captured with them, and you're sitting there in this forward view, and like what they do is they measure their heads. Basically, every day, like they measure everybody in the Nazi group. They measure like their head, make sure they're like a certain size. Make sure they measure their entire body to make sure it matches like a certain size. And if they don't, they kill you.
Yeah, it's basically like
pretty
they
messed up.
took a step up from the blonde hair, blue eyes thing. So.
Yeah, like they make sure every part of your body matches like
they're actually looking for the perfect human being or some shit. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It was fucked up.
So, the main story of the game, like the Dark One is kind of, I guess, the main story, but like you spend the bulk of it in the story where like the Red Line, the Nazis, and Artyom's group, they're pretty much beginning a war. And like they're trying to fight over this main station that you find at the end of the first one. It's called D6, and it's pretty much it's got electricity, running water. It's pretty much the whole like just the Garden of Eden kind of thing. It's like the kind of thing they've been looking for the entire 20 years they've been down these tunnels. And now they're like the Artyom's group is like his group of people. They're in there, and the Red Line, the Nazis, one in there too. And so that's the main story. With the game is finding the Dark One and then basically trying to make sure that D6 doesn't get taken over. But I mean, with this game, I'm kind of on the same boat I was with the first one, where I mean they improved the shooting, the atmosphere, like when you're in the tunnels fighting the humans, and the sneaking is a lot better. That was the main issue, is the sneaking in the first one wasn't very good. Like all you can do is crouch. And it's kind of the same way in this one, but I feel like you can kind of go like you're a little more like Batman a little bit. Like you can kind of like I feel more of a badass like in these games where like there's a group of 10 people in this room and like you stab one, take them out, go on, you sneak around, wait for the other guy to turn his back and take him out as well. And like you can eliminate a whole entire room without even shooting your gun. The atmosphere is great. It's not as I feel it's not as little scary as it was in the first one. And then, like I said, fighting so there's enemies called the Watchmen. These are like the people that turned into the creatures.
They're basically a pack of wild dogs.
It's just absolutely. Yeah, but it's annoying because like I'll have a shotgun and I'll literally shoot them at point blank range in the head 3 or 4 times and they don't die.
Really, I don't have that problem. It's like I shoot them with the double barrel shotgun, they go down.
I'm not using a Daryl. No, I should use double barrel because I'm just using like I just souped up one of the shotguns I got probably a third of the way through the game and I found it in a side room and like that's kind of what I've been using.
I've been using double barrel. Those things go down like a ton of bricks. Okay, I'll try that because like the one that was my complaint was like the ammo was supposed to be it's not you're not supposed to have a lot of ammo. The game is built to be more of like a suspenseful kind of game, and it's not so much of like weird because
it's not Call of Duty.
Yeah, you say that, but I haven't had a problem with ammo yet.
No, like in the beginning, like you're about I told you before the show, you're about a third of the way through the game. But like I would say from like probably halfway through to like 3/4 of the game, it just turns into like a Call of Duty shooter game, where like you fight obscene. You spend a good chunk of this game at that point on the surface, which turns into you fighting a lot of Watchmen.
Okay, and, I can see where you're on the surface not having a lot of ammo.
Because like when you're in the metro, it's mainly a lot of sneaking and like things like that, so you don't use a lot of ammo. But when you're on the surface, it just turns into like a Call of Duty, like there's just bombarded with enemies a lot, and that's where I was having trouble. Like I was running out of ammo quite a bit.
What'd you think with the fight with the demons?
I played both games, and I've only killed one demon in both of them. I didn't have I never had a big issue with them. Cause like I only got attacked by one in the first game, and I killed them. I mean, it was a pain in the ass to kill them, but I eventually got them. But I didn't really think it was like a great or an epic battle or anything.
No, I was just asking. It was like I haven't managed.
Well, I didn't know if you had.
It was like the bastard keeps flying around, and I can't get a shot off.
Yeah, that's really it's more annoying than anything with those things is like they just kind of fly. It's kind of like, and I don't want to like that's mainly why I don't kill them is because it takes a lot of ammo. Like it could take a lot of ammo to kill them because they're flying all over the place and they're pain in the ass to hit. So I don't know. I would definitely say I enjoy these games quite a bit. I'm complaining about them, both of them when I talk about them. But the atmosphere, I just love the atmosphere of these games. I think they need to do a better job of explaining more in depth of the story. I mean, I still understand why it matters about the Dark Ones or like why he has psychic abilities. With like he can understand the Dark Ones and everything like that. That's my main issue with it is they just Do a better job. Just do a better job of explaining the first one, or explaining the story. I mean, of Metro, and don't just say, all right, well, this guy has psychic abilities with Dark Ones, but these guys, there's a war going out, so make sure this war doesn't happen, kind of thing. And then, that takes kind of throw you out there, kind of.
He has a psychic connection to the Dark Ones because his dad was a Dark One, and his mom went out to the surface, and they got romanced, and about 9 months later, the kid was born into the Metro.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm fucking around. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it because they actually did. Because a little bit of spoil. They kind of mentioned something about that. About like one of the people. Like it's not really like it's not a main part of the story, but like they were talking about. Like he was talking to somebody in the game, and it's like imagine if like one of us breeded with one of the Dark Ones, and what would happen. So I thought maybe you were being serious.
Yeah, I was taking that comment to a joke. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought maybe like that was actually a true statement. Okay.
And Metro 2033 first English edition came out in January. I'm picking that up right now.
Yeah, it's on Kindle. I was thinking about buying it a couple months ago when it first came out because I do want to read that. Because this game does have me really intrigued with the story.
The novel behind
the universe.
I kind of don't want it now.
I would, yeah. I think I will eventually. I want a paper. I don't like having the online ones. So I'll probably just order it, or if I can't find it at the store, I'll just buy it offline. That'd be a good read.
Yeah, essentially I've been playing Metro Last Lot too, so and.
Well, I mean, I've been talking about. So what do you? I mean, I know you're fairly early in the game, but what do you think of it so far?
Yeah, for me personally, it's like
Knuckles.
I try to do the sneaking part, but there's like some points where you're just like, you can't take out all the spotlights because there's so many enemies nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so eventually I just like,
okay.
I'm at a part right now where I'm trying to run through the Russian tunnels, and like they're in the construction site and everything, and I'm trying to pass it by. I managed to kill.
A tip. I'll give you a tip real quick. Sorry to interrupt, but. What I did at the beginning of the game, I found this worked a lot, but like that was my issue in the first half of the game. I picked up with the machine gun. Like I carried a machine gun, a shotgun, and a pistol the entire time. On the pistol and the machine gun, put a silencer on it.
I have a pistol on I have a silencer on the revolver, and I have a silencer on the SMG.
Okay, because I find that helps out quite a bit with the sneaking.
I think I dropped my SMG for the AK-47, which once I get back to town or something, I planned on putting a silencer on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can upgrade. You can buy weapon because ammo is currency in that game, so you can buy stuff with it. But I mean that was my main issue was with that. I mean, another tip is you're gonna find a lot of snipers, like not a lot of sniper guns on like in the middle of the game. There is no point in that game at all to buy a sniper rifle. Like I can't think of one point in that game where a sniper rifle was useful.
Yeah, in the first part of the game where you picked your weapons, I didn't even bother picking up the sniper rifle. I picked up the auto shotty, the SMG, and then the AK, and then the pistol.
That's exactly.
And then right off the bat, I put the silencer on the pistol.
Yeah, I would put one on the machine gun too. I mean, I find that help quite a bit too.
Yeah, then it turns out like later that mission, you encounter like one or two enemies like on the surface, and then you get captured by the Third Reich. I was like, no, what the fuck? What's the point of this?
Yeah,
they fully loaded me just to take it away.
You get it all back though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I just found the assault rifle for the first time.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go inside of our next topic, which is about the Xbox One, their indie game support.
Xbox One. Damn it!
Oh, for crying out loud. You know what? I think there may actually be some form of Gears. I mean, that series, that franchise is too popular just to die down.
Yeah,
I mean, that and Gears, that and God of War,
it was me trying to segue to the Xbox One topic.
Okay.
It was a shitty segue, but oh well.
But yeah,
don't ruin the show, Knuckles. That's my job.
But yeah, anyway,
I pay for it. I can ruin it all I want. Okay.
Nope. I edited it. I can edit out you ruining the show.
That's good.
But yeah, apparently for this Xbox One.
Fuck you, Jack. Sorry.
So Microsoft decided to pull a 180 for their freaking Xbox One indie game support.
So wait. So they've done two 180s. Is that 360? Oh, bad joke.
Oh, Sam's gonna love that.
So Microsoft now is
Xbox
saying
360 coming out in November
that they're going to be supporting indie games further, indie developers further by dropping a lot of the developmental costs and stuff in order to get their games published upon the Xbox One. Well, personally, you know what? From what I think about this this particular move by Microsoft, it's like, well, no shit. You should have done this in the first place instead of just going the complete opposite. But is this a little bit too little too late now? Because it's like, okay, now you have indies that are just being interested in going inside the PS4 and stuff. I mean, we all know how Sony did and stuff with their E3 thing with a bunch of their indie developers just getting a bunch of games on that system and stuff, and you see the Xbox One, and the only indie game that they showed pretty much was Minecraft. But
yeah, it's just
personally, I
wouldn't
barely
call
indie
Minecraft
game anymore.
indie now. It's like,
well, technically it is, but it's the most popular game out right now.
But that was pretty close to indie. That Xbox One.
By definition, it's
got.
an indie game.
yeah.
So how do you guys feel about this?
I feel. Yeah,
Meh.
It's like
I'm going to
glad that
PS4
they're,
anyway, so at this
they're
point,
helping the smaller developers, but nah, just stick to your original guns.
Yep.
I'm already going to PS4,
yeah, they're
so
lost
I don't care at this point.
Just stick to your original guns. I would have respected you more.
Yeah, you know what?
No, actually, I don't care.
Sorry, Gingerboy and stuff. You can go on with what you're saying.
Nope, I'm done. Fuck you, Jack.
But no, their ideas to add achievements and cloud support to the new indie games. Those things weren't what. Those things weren't. Oh yeah, they're also adding Connect. Woohoo! Those things weren't what made those indie games good. It was. Of course, I can't really think of, no offense to anyone, any real good indie games on the Xbox.
Whoa!
I downloaded a few. I played Avatar Warfare. That was pretty fun.
Was that? No. Did you play Bastion? Braid, Limbo?
Oh.
Those...
You know what?
Crickets?
Those were decent indie games in the 360.
Those were amazing. Those are some of my favorite games.
Those were full-on arcade games, though. Those were...
Yeah, but those are technically indie developers that made those games. Like Fez is an indie game. Two guys made that game.
Yep.
Super Meat Boy. Two guys made a game. Indie game. Braid was made by one guy. He's a douche, but made by one guy. Then you got Limbo. Yeah. It's an indie company. I mean, these aren't technically. They're not indie. This was before Microsoft had the indie rules. On the 360. That they used to actually make these full-blown arcade games.
Right.
Now, if it doesn't have a publisher or developer or whatever, now it just gets thrown into the indie game market. So.
Yep.
There's different levels of indie game. There's kind of indie developers. So. Speaking of Fez.
Good segue.
Hold up. Hey Jack.
You guys just ruined the segue. No, What? What was this?
Well, we got sort of some form of breaking news and stuff, and along the lines to Fez creator Phil Fish, apparently inside of a little emo type of rage, or whatever type of thing you want to interpret from this, apparently he has canceled Fez 2. Apparently he's going to leave the game industry. This comes from, confirmations from...
his Twitter account?
Yeah, his Twitter account, plus Plus, Polygon and Joystick reporting upon that,
Which
just
Polygon
confirming
is
with
his
him.
company.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he is Polygon. Like, it's him and one other guy that worked. It's his company he created, and it's just him and one other guy that worked there. So.
Yeah. So basically, he just is tired about a bunch of the crap that he's been getting pitched on the internet. And he's like, you know what? I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Which is why I don't want to work in the games industry.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in that market. I'm going to stay in the market. I'm going to go to hopefully get hired onto a game company. But my focus is going to be on web design.
Lose your job 3 years later.
But yet,
and then still lose your job 3 years later.
But yeah, this comes like
for the thing about my.
Oh, sorry.
I'll say the thing about my majors, though, I can work from home and do whatever the fuck I want. So.
And then still lose your job 3 years later. At least you want to clear your office front, everybody. That's good.
Yeah. I don't have
so yeah, apparently.
Oh yeah. I fired. Okay, pick up my laptop. Walk out the door.
So yeah, apparently.
I mean, it's kind of upsetting. I mean, sorry to interrupt, Jack, but
it's okay.
I am upset because a lot of people think Phil. People that watch Indie Game the movie, which I love that movie. He's in it, and it kind of talks about him working on Fez, and it took him like 5 years to make it. People he's a douchebag or he's an asshole, and I don't really get that. I think he's very emotional kind of guy. You could tell in that movie he's very stressed out. I mean, it's literally him and one other guy, and while that's going on, he's in a lawsuit with the guy that he started the company with, Polygon, about the game. So I mean, he takes this. I mean, I want to support this guy because he's not just working on the next big thing that'll make money. He's working on something that he has passion for, and he loves to do this, and he wants to make and the Fez is a phenomenal game. And I'm upset to hear there's not going to be a Fez 2. And I'm upset that, I'm just upset kind of how people on Twitter are acting about, he's a douchebag, or, you shouldn't be so sensitive. I mean, you got to think this guy has over 30,000 followers, and then people that played his game, I'm sure and then the people that, his thing in the movie when he's talking about it is, people are just mad at him and hating on him on the internet because it took him so long to make the game. And now he's got people in there bitching about him on all kinds of stuff on Twitter. People say, don't be so sensitive. I'm like, what would you do if you had literally 15, 20, 30,000 people constantly
bitching at you?
Just bitching at you for 6 years.
If you're a content producer for the internet, you have to monitor your community, but you also have to take a step back from it too.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, normally when you got if someone this game sucks, and a lot of people say that, there's 50, 60 people working on this, and they probably don't see half of it. He talks to the community. It's him and one other guy that works in this company. He's and he's the face of Fez. I mean, and it's him. He's seeing everything that's said to him. If it was me doing this, I would have had a mental breakdown midway through making Fez 1. I don't know. I said, I'm done. I quit. I mean, honestly, if we're being honest right now, I'm pretty thick-skinned, but I'm 15, 20,000 people that are just bombarding you with bitching at you about shit. I mean, there's only so much crap you can take before you just finally say,
yeah.
Do I think Fez 2 is canceled and he's just given up on it now? No, I think maybe he's going to take a break from it. I think maybe this is a heat of the moment kind of thing. He's probably going to regret saying this. But
he's gonna get more hate when he comes back if he does.
I think so, but he probably will. And probably made it worse for himself. But I understand where he's coming from, but I hope there is a Fez 2. I like the guy Phil Fish. I mean, like I said, if you haven't seen any game the movie, it's on Netflix. Watch it. I've seen it 8 times. I love that movie, and he's a cool guy, and he just has passion for. You don't see a lot of people that have he's just one guy making this game and he has passion for it.
Yep.
And I want to see him make the games he wants to make. I mean, even if I don't like the games, he wants to make this game because he loves it. And I hope that this game comes out and then people like it. Well,
I understand that. Well, anyway, and stuff. This this whole thing about Phil Fish and stuff like that.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Well, not just the reason and stuff. This announcement occurred today. It was shortly, before the announcement stuff that Fish and writer Marcus Beer broke out, on Twitter in, response to Beer's comment and stuff, during a recent episode of game trailers, Invisible Walls. I'm just reading off of, what Polygon has posted on their website right here. So, apparently during the episode, Beer touched on the media's recent efforts to reach out to indie developers during the Xbox One's reversal on indie self-publishing. So, particularly, like Jonathan Blow and Fish, who decided to go bananas and bitch and moan about press questions. So, apparently, here's some quotes, "Gents," Beer said, "you were the guys who did Indie Game the movie, and some of you looked relatively normal in it. One of you looked like a total tosspot in it. But you can't have it both ways. You're successful game designers, you're indie game designers. Hurrah, good for you, you fucking hipsters." That's Beer's actual comments, with Fish retorting in harsh turn, later tweeting, "I fucking hate this industry for the negativity and criticism it's brought." The back and forth, and it would, just Fish tweeting, "Hey, I'm done, Fez 2 is canceled," and stuff like that, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But, in my personal opinion, no. I don't believe for one moment that Fez 2 is, canceled at all. I think Fish is just so tired and burnt out of all the internet stuff that he's just giving it a break. I'm not too sure. Maybe it is some sort of a PR stunt so he can actually do something, just get away from the whole freaking Twitter and all this other crap and stuff so he can go work on it, just with a rested mind or something like that. But,
yeah.
I don't think it's gone by a long shot.
Yeah. Like I said, I think this is just a heat of the moment. It got to him, and he just, he just kind of blew up. And he blew up with he's gonna be, in the long term, it's probably gonna make it worse for him, but I can understand where he's at right now. So.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think, Knuckles?
I'm not sure. It's if he, did quit, and he does decide to come back, yeah, it's it's gonna hurt him, and he's gonna get more hate for it. But that's the internet, and it's the thing, like I said earlier, is if you're a content producer for the internet, yeah, you have to look at your community, but then again, it's you have to take a step back from it as well. You can't look at every comment just because it'll demoralize you and turn your hate. It's and
yeah, but I guess looking at say this show just blew up. We had 20,000. We look on iTunes. We had 20,000 reviews, and 15,000 gave us 1 star and said we sucked. I honestly, I would say hey, Gingerboy is the worst part about this show. I'm not listening because of him. And then all 15,000 said that about me. I would be I'd say to you guys, know what? I would just say I'm done.
And then I'd try to talk you out of it because we're not really doing this to get big. We're doing it because we're enjoying it.
Yeah,
exactly.
But at the same time, though, it's just you got 15,000 people that say you suck at something
here's,
or bitch about something.
Here's what you do on the internet. You don't engage the trolls, but you also tell them, fuck off, listen to something different.
Yeah, exactly.
The point. Well, I understand. I'm not saying it. I'm not going to engage them, but at the same time, though, it's you're getting we're new at this, but I edit it and I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I have a lot of passion for it. I work on the theme song. It's not very good, but I work on it. I put a lot of time and effort into the show. Knuckles is paying for it and everything like that. We want this to succeed, but it's just if people just came out and said that we worked. We haven't spent 5-6 years on this like Phil Fish has. But if people came out and said that you're terrible at this, I would be disheartened too about it. I would be really upset to hear that people didn't like our show or didn't like me.
Drink some more. Let's get on the mic again. Let's rip on them, and let's do what we do best. Just fuck around.
Yeah, that's true. Knuckles obviously has a little bit of a thicker skin than I do, but I'm not saying I 2 or 3 comments would upset me, but 20,000 have just bombarded with tweets and stuff like that. I can understand why
let's make this a contest. To all the listeners out there, if you can get
oh no.
tried to hurt Gingerboy. Like, bring your friends in.
Do you want me off the show?
No, I'm gonna help you through this. Don't worry. I'm gonna harden you. It was like everyone on the listen to the show comments.
Just send me those dirty pictures again. You'll harden me real quick.
That's not what I meant. You know it. Everyone listens to the show. Post a review, 1 star, talking about how Gingerboy sucks.
Don't do that.
No.
5-star, but then complain about me. Do 5-star.
Alright, do a 3-star.
That's fine.
Do a 3-star and complain about Gingerboy.
No, 4-star at least. 4 stars.
Okay, go on his Facebook and just talk shit to him to his face.
There you go. I am Tyler Courtney on Facebook. Go on there, find me, and then complain about me. I prefer that. And then go on after you complain about me.
Solution, and then we'll laugh.
And then after you complain about me on Facebook,
and we'll just start riffing on you. And whoever gets the most riffs, the funniest solution, gets to be the internet douche for the week.
Is this still you trying to figure out a way to upset me? Like, because I've upset both of you guys already with comments.
I don't care. No, it was like, I'm trying to toughen you up, man.
We found something to make fun of you about, maybe find something to make fun of Jack about.
No,
now we gotta find something
to find nothing about that. It's me trying to help you to face the internet. And the best way for the internet for you to face the internet is have the internet attack you. And if you don't want to target Gingerboy, you can target me. Search on Facebook for Knuckles DN. You'll see me. Jacob Morgan.
Nobody gets to make fun of Knuckles but me. Knuckles is my bitch.
Yeah, you wish. You can't afford my if you don't want to trash talk Knuckles or trash talk Gingerboy, trash talk me, find me on Facebook. It's like, yeah, we'll still do the same thing we were going to do to Gingerboy. Trash talk you all and enjoy our show.
Yep.
If you guys don't listen, which I hope you do, we don't care. This is our show.
Well, if they're not listening, they won't.
If they're not listening, whatever.
That's true.
We're doing this because we enjoy it.
Yes.
This is Drunk Story Time, brought to you by Gingerboy.
No. Now it's time for another.
Stop right now. You can't have another once we just started.
I know.
This is the inaugural Drunk Story Time.
Okay. I like that though. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make it bumpers eventually. When I have time.
I'll get our techno DJ on it. So
there you go. But we also need Okay. Anyways. So wait, did we set it up already? Is that what we're doing?
Go into your drunk story time, damn it.
Okay, let me take one more drink of my beer. One more drink. Anyways, okay, so welcome to the first ever edition of Drunk Story Time. I don't think this is gonna be a regular subject because I only have a handful of stories that I can think of at this point. I'm sure Knuckles could think of a couple, maybe Jack. Just something we can bring up periodically. This is a story of something that happened a few years ago. Some friends and I went up to. I live here in Iowa. For those of you who don't know, we went to Ames, Iowa, which is about an hour from here, where I live in Des Moines, to the which is where Iowa State University is. Yeah, university is, and we were invited there because my buddy Alex. The girl he was dating, she lives up there. So we got invited to this party at her house. It was me, my buddies Justin, John, Will, and Alex all went to this. And we drove up there, and we brought a case of Bud Heavy, and we had a bottle of Sailor Jerry and some Dr. Pepper. And because we didn't know what was going on with this party. Was bring your own beer, or was it like they had their own or whatever? So we got there and we're just kind of chilling, like just introduce ourselves to some people, and like the guys, like there's like 4 or 5 guys heading this whole thing up, and they're like, you can kind of tell they're like the douchey college guys and stuff, and whatever. So they have this huge cooler, probably I think it was like probably a 10-gallon cooler, and it was filled with like this weird drink. I don't remember what it was. Buffalo, it had Buffalo in the name. That's what I remember. But there's all kinds of different alcohols and like punch and stuff like that. But all I remember, it was red, it was slushy, and it had gummy worms in it.
Excellent.
Oh.
Yeah, so I just thought, like, you just walk up. I've been to like a lot of other frat parties. It was Iowa State frat party, and I've been to a lot of frat parties, and it's just, you know, free alcohol. You just drink whatever. They just, you know, you make your own, get your own beer or whatever. So I walk up, and I feel like they had the cups, the little plastic cups next to it. And I filled up, and I walk over, and I start just kind of BSing with my buddies. My buddy Will walks over, and he goes to fill up his own cup, and these guys just stop and just start bitching at him, like just ripping him apart about that. Like, they wanted $5 for every cup you got, and it wasn't even like a full like 12-ounce cup. I'm talking, it was like an 8-ounce.
$5.
It was probably a 6 to 8 ounce. Yeah, it was a 6 to 8 ounce cup. Like, there's over $100 of alcohol in here. We got like Everclear, we got like vodka and whatever in there, and like they're just like, we're just standing there. I'm like, we didn't know. I'm sorry. Like, they didn't catch me like drinking it. It tastes like ass. It was terrible.
Yeah,
so
that's what happens when you pour a bunch of alcohol into a fucking tub and then mix it together.
Yeah,
that shit doesn't taste good. It's just designed to fuck you up.
So, I mean, they're just dicks. And so the rest, like, they were just dicks to us. Like, we just got an argument with them, like, whatever. And we didn't want to leave because, like, my buddy Alex doesn't get to see the girl he was dating a lot. So, like, we just drove an hour and a half to this party. So, like, we'll let him go and handle his girlfriend. So, we actually went, like, John, Justin, Will, and I went out on the front porch and hang out. And there was, like, 6 or 7 other people out there. And we're just kind of BSing with them. And basically the same thing happened with these. Like, I guess these guys are just huge assholes. And like everybody that, like, a lot of these people that are on the front porch we were talking to were in the same situation where they came with friends that had friends at this party, and they couldn't leave, so they were just hanging out on the front porch and just BS with everybody else. So apparently these guys were just assholes to everybody. So we just sat out there. We took our Sailor Jerry, our bottle of Sailor Jerry and Dr. Pepper and our Bud Heavy, and the 4 of us and like these other people just got drunk together and everything like that. And then there was a bar next door to the house. We walked over, got like drunk.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so we played pool for like 2 hours, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we've been there for like 3 or 4 hours. And my buddy, so we're back on the front porch now, and he looks at me, and he's my buddy Justin. He's like, "Dude, I gotta take a piss. You know where the bathroom is?" And I'm like, I look at him, I look at John, I look at Will, and I'm just like, you know what we should do, guys? We should piss in their cooler.
Oh shit!
Yes.
And I'm just like, and I just kind of said it like, look, we were all really drunk at this time, so I said it like I was being somewhat serious, but I said it jokingly, and like it just kind of like, all right, let's do it. And my buddy, like, Will looks at me, he's like,
if you get a group of drunk people and you start to like, you say something, even if it is a joke, it happens.
They'll do it.
Yeah. So like my buddy Will looks at me, he's like, dude, I got pissed too. I'm like, okay then. So pretty much the entire time though after this happened, like these guys were just like guarding the cooler, because like there was the cooler's off in the kitchen, then there was like a living room area, and then there was like the side room where like pretty much everybody was hanging out. There was like 40 or 50 people at this party, and there's a side room where pretty much everybody's hanging out. There's always like 1 or 2 people like on guard of this cooler after the incident with us happened. So we just all right, let's wait until we get an opening. So finally we got an opening, like a little bit, like 10-15 minutes later we got an opening. And like, so we walk over, and buddy Justin walks, and like part of the kitchen is blocked off by a wall. So he grabs one of the cups, and so does Will, and they both pee in it. And we look around, and like, I'm on guard watching this all. And Alex is off with his girlfriend the entire time. Has no idea what's going on. So like I'm on guard watching everything like that, and like. They both, and like, it wasn't like they just dumped it in there. Like, it was a slow pour throughout the entire, just make sure it got mixed in all together. Oh. Both of them did the same thing. And like, we just poured it in there. And I remember like, we just kind of sit there for a couple seconds and nobody was coming over. So I ran over and I shook it up really good. Just make sure it got all mixed in very well. And, so maybe 20 or 30 seconds later after this all happened, like 8 or 9 people walk over and fill up their cups with it. Like, it was the same guy. It was the same guys. And it was the same guys that were, like, being assholes to us the entire time. So I'm like, yes. Yeah. Thank God. Because I didn't want, like,
karma.
Just hanging out at the party, like, that were, I don't want people, just random people hanging out at the party that this happened to, but, so the 8 or 9 people, like, the same guys that did it, and a few other people and stuff like that, and they walk in, and we're just hanging out in the living room now, and, like, watching, like, the people in the side room, and they're just sitting there BSing, like, and the music playing and stuff like that, and nobody's drinking it. Everyone's like, come on, man, someone drink, someone take a drink. My buddy Will just runs in, like, with his beer into the party and just yells, social! And everybody's like, yeah! And they just chug their drink.
Oh, shit.
Social!
And I will, to this day, I will not forget the image on this guy. I was like, because we all, when he ran in there, we all ran in there too to watch it. And this guy next to me, like, he was one of the guys that got his drink. He chugs his cup, and he looks at me. He goes, he like puckers his face a little bit, like he just sucked on a lemon. He looks at me, he's like, "That's got a little twang to it." Oh, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't be a dick to Gingerboy and his friends, and then leave your drinks unattended.
Oh my god, that is so awesome.
Hilarious.
Well, the funny part is though, like my buddy Alex told, kind of end up the story. Like my buddy Alex, he told his girlfriend, obviously, don't drink out the cooler. So they kind of the party basically ended like probably an hour later ended, and people kept filling up their drinks and drinking out of it too. Probably a good 20 or 30 people like we saw drink out of it. And
oh my god.
So basically he told his girlfriend, hey, don't drink out of that, like something happened to it. So she went, obviously told, because she was friends with all the people there, like, don't drink out of that. So the word spread, obviously, and they just dumped the whole thing out. And and she blamed me, and like she blamed us for it, and like say, I know it was you guys. I'm like, we didn't do it. Like we were at the bar in the front porch the entire time. Like we were legitimately upset with her. Like she was blaming us for us. Like we were just playing it off perfectly. Like we were at the bar the entire time playing pool. We just came back a little bit ago because we were getting ready to leave. And she's like, I know it was you guys and stuff. And like this happened about 3 years ago. About a year and a half ago, I see her because I didn't see her very often. I saw her and she's like, you know what, Tyler, I'm gonna apologize to you. I mean, like. That wasn't fair of me to blame you for that. I mean, I don't know if it was you or not that did that. And so she actually apologized to me for getting mad with, like, for blaming me for it. I'm just like, I understand you're upset. It's okay. I'm not mad at you about it. I honestly completely forgot about it until you said something. So I played it off like I didn't even like. But to this day, I'm just like, we and my buddies, we talk about that every so often, and it's just like it's one of my fondest memories. Oh, it's so good.
Social.
Yeah, just I lost my buddy. Like me and my buddy John. Like when he yelled "social," we watched everybody chug that. My buddy John, he ran out the door like he almost threw up. He was gagging, and we just ran outside after this happened, and we laughed and laughed for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, and it helps because I'm a huge Iowa Hawkeye fan, and I hate Iowa State. So that made it so much better.
Oh, so you must have hated that topic I made it last week.
Yeah, I ripped you for it last week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I was just like, so it just made it that much better, the fact that it was Iowa State people. Because Iowa State people are douchey.
Oh, that story could have came in so well last week.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh man. So, hope you guys enjoyed our initial drunk story time. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a regular thing, but every now and again, you know, if I could think of something crazy, I'm sure there's some crazy stuff that I did when I was in high school or a little bit younger. So if you guys think something funny or crazy happened, mention it. Okay.
Okay.
Truth or bullshit? Which one is it?
Truth.
Yeah.
Or bullshit.
He sounds like he's sucking on a wang, doesn't it?
Has a little twang to it.
Alright, well, this is the part of the show where I tell 3 statements to my co-host, 2 of which are bullshit. These statements can range between anything gaming and gaming news to the latest episode of Pokemon.
Oh, God.
Yep, alright, no, let's begin.
That show's still going?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Holy crap. It's like season 20.
And strong, too.
Yeah. First one. Veterans from Blizzard and BioWare are leaving their respective companies to help form with the help of an old rival company. These, the newly created San Diego-based duo, Dev Studio, sorry, misspelled. Dev Studio, created, it's called Molten Games, emerged from nothing the other day, and announcing that it's working on a free-to-play AAA online PC game with the multi-million-dollar investment from NCSoft. Alright. Keep it yourself. I'm going to say 2 more, and then you can decide which ones were bullshit and which ones true.
Okay.
Alright, next one. Rue, or no, go ahead before I say it. Which one do y'all think the first one was?
Truth.
I think I think the first one, was true.
Alright. Rue, Ciara, founder of Ready at Dawn, said in an interview with Game Industry International that I think the problem right now is with the retailer outlets, or that everyone is ready for a ride. You can't make a... Oh shit, fucked up, my bad. Edit that out.
Nope.
Yeah, you better. I think the problem is right now there are retail outlets that are really taking everyone for a ride. You can't make a living at the expense of everyone else. To which he was criticizing GameStop's business model.
Okay.
The founder of Dawn, which one do you think? True,
I think that one's true as well.
Bullshit.
I think it's true as well.
I think... well, you know what? That does sound plausible, but I'll go with bullshit for this one.
Okay.
Alright. Gingerboy, you can't say 2 is true, because obviously 2 of them are bullshit.
I thought there's 3 of them.
There's 2 of which are bullshit.
Oh, I thought 2 were true and 1 was BS. Okay. Alright, I misheard. Alright, go on the third one, then.
This one's kind of easy. I think Gingerboy is a nice person.
Oh, that's definitely true. So the other 2 are BS then, right? So the other 2 are obviously BS.
I thought we said we were going to
knock
each other down.
Before the show started, Knuckles was like, we need to be nicer to each other. And then he comes on and rips on me. No, screw it.
I said we can't be too hard on each other. It's like, yeah, we can make jokes. I said we can make jokes about each other, but you can't be too rough.
The gloves are off. I'm going to be rough.
I said I think you were a nice person, damn.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume you're going to call that one. I'm saying the third one is true and the other 2 are BS. What about Jack? You better answer this one correctly.
I say the first one.
I edit the podcast. Remember that.
Alright.
Well, just go ahead and just say what they were.
No, Jack. No. Knuckles, shut up. Knuckles, shut up. Knuckles, shut up. Knuckles, shut up. Jack, what do you think? Which one's true?
I think the first one's true.
Oh, every time Jack goes to talk in this episode, it's gonna be.
Both of you are actually the founder of Ready Dawn was true. Talking this.
Oh, the second one was true.
Yeah. The first one, veterans from Blizzard and Sony Online Entertainment are leaving perspective.
Oh. Well, that shows how much I know.
Yeah, and I think
I don't like this game.
Gingerboy's kind of a douche, but overall he's a nice guy. But
He's a nice guy.
The third one was in general false.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Knuckles.
Alright.
I want you to remember I edit the show.
That concludes our episode of Truth or Bullshit. Tune in next week where we find something else. That's truth or bullshit.
I'm gonna turn Knuckles' audio like all the way down in this episode now when I edit it. That'll be just a little whisper.
It wouldn't be the first time you did that.
Well, if you don't have an echo, then I'll be more than happy to turn it up. I turned it up in the last one. Did you notice that? I turned it way up. Just for you.
I didn't listen to it.
Oh, wow. So you're telling me you don't listen to the podcast?
No, I don't listen to episodes of mine because I already know what's going on, so...
Okay. Good to know, then.
But I will in-depth listen to this episode now.
Okay, you go ahead and listen to this one. Just wait till episode 8, asshole.
Or just like re-record his audio and stuff, and instead of just like his regular speak, you just record yourself just yelling, "Social!"
Oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had Will doing that.
Oh my
god!
I
recorded that. I would actually make that just like every time something random happens. It's social. That could be our new thing in the middle of the podcast. Someone just yells social, and the person that listens has to take a drink. That'd be awesome.
Oh my god.
The drunk drinking game.
Yeah!
Every time one of us fucks up, you take a drink.
You know,
we make fun of each other, take a shot.
Yeah. Oh god, if you listen to the first 6 episodes, you're gonna be dead. But
yeah.
No, I was on the internet. I was looking at stuff, and I found that there was drinking rules to Rocky. And I'm like, oh my god!
I know. Talking Ship talked about that.
Oh really? Okay. I just saw it like during the week. Like every time he
shadow boxes, take a drink.
Every time he hits somebody, take a drink. Every time he says take a drink. I'm like, this sounds amazing. You know. I can't wait. Why did I just do Christopher Walken there? Oh, I forgot to mention, guys. I am working on a parody song.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
All right, Smelly Pirate.
I take that as a compliment. I'm not that good though. No, I was joking around at work the other day singing.
Are you Yoshi Fett or are you Smelly Pirate?
A little bit of both. Just not as funny.
Smelly Pirate Fett.
Yeah. Boy, Ginger.
Alright, guys, I'll be right back in just a moment.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking. No, so I was listening to some Bob Dylan at work the other day, and I was sitting there singing like Bob Dylan, and I'm just like, I could do a pretty decent Bob Dylan. And then Tangled Up in Blues came on, and I just started singing Tangled Up in Booze. Just like, I'm onto something here. So I was kind of looking up the lyrics, and I'm not saying it's going to be soon, if ever, but I might eventually, there might be a parody song on Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. The Tangled Up in Booze, I don't know. I'm working on it. But I'm like, this guy, I don't know. I don't know. Like when I get drunk, fun fact about me: when I get drunk, I like to like just like make fun of people at the bars and say what they say, but say it like Bob Dylan. So I might turn that to a song. Yeah.
I do want to say though, real quick, Rooster Teeth has a new podcast called The Patch, and every week so far, except for last week, they've had the same show notes we've had. So I'm going to say it right now, roosterteeth.com. You are stealing our show.
Yeah, we record like a week before we put this out, so obviously they're stealing our shows.
Yeah,
they must stop sending them an early copy of our show, Knuckles, so that way they'll stop stealing our stuff.
Well, no, when we release it on Wednesday, they talk about it the next Monday.
Wait, seriously? So it's like a week and a half later than us?
Yeah.
This is some bullshit. I don't like those guys. I don't listen to the show anyways. I don't like them, so it's fine. Tangled Up in Booze. Yeah. See? Huh? Not bad, huh? Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, see?
Kind of
now
sound
we're
like
about Maggie's... What?
Not Bob Dylan. You kind of sound... What is it?
Tom Petty?
No. Fucking what is it? Randy Newman.
Oh, man. No, that's not right. Randy Newman? Like, lady takes a bite out of the apple. Another bite. Now she chews it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times.
You're better, Bob. You have a better Bob Dylan impression. Like your
my Bob Dylan sounds like more like
Bob
Randy
Dylan
Newman.
Impression is better. Better than your Randy Newman impression, and your
I'm
Bob
okay with
Dylan
that.
impression sounds like Randy Newman.
Damn it! You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Dang it! Damn it! This sucks. Now I feel like I'm gonna listen to Randy Newman now. I'm gonna redo Randy Newman's "You Got a Friend in Me" as Bob Dylan. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Damn it! I'm listening to "You Got a Friend in Me" right now. No, where's Jack at?
I'm here.
Jack, you got a friend in me.
You guys were saying something about him back, weren't you?
No, actually, we were talking about my parody song.
See, I'm gonna stop. We talk shit to you while you're here. Why the fuck would we talk?
Yeah, we don't do
behind your back.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I was talking about how I was doing a Bob Dylan impression at work.
Yeah.
And I realized it was pretty decent, so I was listening to Tangled Up in Blues, and I want to do it as Tangled Up in Booze. In my Bob Dylan voice, and he said I sound more like Randy Newman. So I'm like, "You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me." You know, and he said, "I don't know. I'm not very happy about it." So I'm listening to "You Got a Friend in Me" while I'm talking to you. You got a friend in me. I can't sing like.
You got a friend in me.
Thanks for like Barney.
You know what? True story. Sam, from
Barney?
Geek Time and stuff like that, and me were like on like a little chat or something like one time, the video chat, and I kept cracking him up because I kept doing a Bob Dylan impression. Knocking on heaven's door. Hey, who's going near the door? No.
I was actually really hoping you would call me out on that, but turns out no, you didn't.
Yeah.
We're not gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. You hand me a nickel, you hand me a dime.
I was really hoping Tyler would call me out on that shit. But no, apparently I was able to disprove him, disproving me, so... Yeah, I was joking about that Randy Newman shit.
Oh, thank God. I was really upset about that. But now I'm still want to go back and just redo Randy Newman's "You Got a Friend of Me" as Bob Dylan. That's my new thing. I'm going to do it.
Okay. Oh, listen to the shit.
Alright, let's just get to the shout-outs and end this thing, shall we?
Together! Sorry.
So apparently from what I've actually gathered...
Alright, hold up.
What?
Let Tyler do your shout-outs as Bob Dylan.
Oh, okay. Oh, a challenge. Let me look at the shout-outs here. Alright, Jack's got some shout-outs for us now. We got Agent Iran 903. Bubblegum. And Kojak Delta. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. There you go. Those are my shout-outs.
Okay, hope you enjoyed your shout-outs, guys. Or girl, I don't know yet.
Bubblegum is the girl.
Alright.
From British England. Wait, British England? Britain!
Yes. Yes, she lives in London.
London, England.
Alright, Freud got all you people out there, guys, and one girl.
One girl!
I've been Knuckles.
Jack.
Okay, assholes. not gonna take your. I was following your fucking lead, Tyler, and you're not gonna do it.
No, I was waiting for Jack to go. Go, Jack.
Oh.
Okay, start over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Knuckles, go Knuckles, then Jack, then me.
For all you guys and girls listening, yeah, girl, we probably have one girl listening right now.
My mom!
I've been Knuckles.
And I've been the Jack of Hearts.
And I've been Bob Dylan as Randy Newman.
Playing the voice of Tyler Courtney.
Playing the voice of Gingerboy. Who's Tyler Courtney? Excuse me. You too many beers there. Anyways, we're on iTunes now, so go on there, check us out, and if you like us, leave us a review, and we'll even shout you out. And Jack will send you his credit card number.